Okay, so I think now YouTube is also connected. So hello everyone. Anyone who is online, am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Okay. Okay, so again, welcome back again. So we have today is day 4, by the way. The schedule is as per the schedule we have to go for NAT. So NAT means the network address translation. Last time we saw like whenever we are paying the bills to the ISPs and all, the reason why we are paying bill because you are actually using their public IPs for somehow. That is a layman language. I mean, very commonsensical thing that why you are paying some sort of ISP providers to their respective bills and all. Other also there are so many other reasons, but that is the cost reason behind it. Okay. So now let's say we have to start NAT today. So for understanding the NAT, you have to understand everything from a company point of view. Here you have one corporate office, and here you have your firewall sitting here. It could be firewall, it could be router. So NAT is not limited to firewall only. NAT could be implemented on router and firewall anywhere. And then you have internet. So this is your internet thing. Okay. So that the reason is even I am using internet, you guys all are connected to internet. The reason is NAT behind them. Because if you will be checking your right now, whatever the IP you are using, so can anyone tell me what is the IP that you will be using right now? Is it public or private? Do you think you have public IP or you have private IP? Anyone has any idea? Right. So I can give you some hint. I am also using internet, but I'm using public IP. So how you will be checking the IP? You need to go to the Windows, search into that, and just go for CMD. Type the command ipconfig. So this is the command that you have to type, and then hit enter if you are using Microsoft Windows. If you are on Linux environment, then ifconfig will be the command. For Windows user, ipconfig will be the command. So anyway, but now our discussion is related to NAT. So NAT means you have to check wherever the network translation is going on. So the reason is you have to have internet and RFC number 1918 again behind all those things. So you cannot use internet if you are having public IP, private IP, sorry. So that means as per this condition, we all are having right now if you are using internet. So that means right now you are having public IP, but you will think like I never bought any IP. So the reason is this is my laptop, this is my Wi-Fi router, same it is happening to you also. And this end of router or Wi-Fi router, whatever is getting you connected with the ISP provider and further internet stuff, that is having public IP right now. So that is IP that you are also using. So whenever you are generating any kind of traffic over here, whenever I'm saying generating any kind of traffic, so that means you are actually using internet. It could be you are on YouTube, you could be on WhatsApp, you could be on anything whatever you want to do on internet. So that is called the traffic only. Whenever you are using internet, so you are using basically internet knows you by this IP, which is the public IP. When you are generating any kind of traffic, your traffic is going like this from you. It will be this is you, this is your IP. You means your IP only. So then this IP will ask this IP, I need to go to internet, can you help me? And this is called the gateway, by the way. Every PC is having one gateway. So gateway, it is like your connecting router's IP, for which your router will be helping you to connect with other internet. Okay. So this is IP and that is your gateway also. So this IP will say, okay, fine, I can now process your requirement. This router now we'll be checking some stuff, whatever the routing it has to perform, and after that it will be saying, so I can get you internet, but only thing is now your IP does not look like as per the internet rules regulation. So I need to change your source, not you, but as my own public IP. So now when the packet will be out of your router, your source IP is no longer your IP. It is IP from your router. So this router will be having the source IP and the destination, whatever you want to open, like google.com, cisco.com, WhatsApp, whatever. So that is your destination. Similarly, when the reply will be coming back, so it will be going hitting internet. When the replies will be back, let's say we denote our reply by green color. So when the replies will be back, they will say now everything will be flipped around. So that means whatever the destination earlier, now it is the source, and whatever the this source was, now it is destination, because now it is somebody is then sending you the reply. Now this guy is the destination because it used to be the source in earlier packet. So now it will land here because now it is a local thing. So that means you know very well, this router knows if the packet is hitting here, I need to translate it back. So that means the source IP is not me. Actually, the packet holder is somebody else. So that is called NAT, translation table. So there is a table that will be used by you. And now this table will be having again a translation. So it will be handing over to you by here. So that is internal thing. So whenever we are doing NATing, first of all, NAT is a local and a private thing. So for example, if I am within a class, you all are my student, and I want to tell you, when within the class, we will call certain kind of terminology in a different way. Other than the class, we will use in a different way. So that is like within your own network, what is happening, whatever the translations you are doing from one IP to another. So that is NAT only. And usually NAT, basically it is a translation. Okay, so that is translation from private IP to public IP. So that is for sure. And the reason why you have to translate, because this is a reason, as per this rule, RFC number 1918, you cannot use internet if you do not have public IP. So you do not have any other choice now. You have to NAT it. So now the question is, what do you mean by NAT, and how many types of NAT will be used? So is it like all the people will use same type of NAT? No. So we said you have two type of domains now. This side, let's say you have private IP. Now you do not imagine yourself. You have to imagine you are talking about a corporate company. Here, let's say there are 10,000 or 5,000 people are here, and all of them, they will be having the private IP only. So now you have 10,000 private IP, let's say. Okay. And you have to translate them. So it is a mapping to be done between public and private. So this guy is public. Okay. So in this case now, how many types of mapping we can have? So number one, we can have, if I have 10,000 PC, 10,000 IPs are here, because what will happen, I can have for each IP. So if I have, let's say 1, 2, 3, up to all the way up to 10,000 private IPs, I can go for public IPs also. I'll buy 10,000 public IP also, so that I can use internet. So that means 1 to 1, this IP is going to be translated by this IP is going to be translated by this. But this is one of the most meaningless thing and blunderous thing that you could have ever done. So why you started NATing means you have to secure your network. In this case, whatever you are doing, so if this is your home network and this is your router, and if this router is taking you to talk to internet, so you are saying my public IP is, you are telling everyone my public IP is 1.1.1.1, let's say. Okay, it is just an example. So now word already knows you. People in the internet, they already know you. Why they will talk you on your private IP? Then they already know you are reachable from the public IP. It is like very open declaration that you are making. So now if you will be generating the traffic, even you are using private IP here, but it is a meaningless thing now. So equal you have, if you have public IP for every single private IP, you have that public IP also. So what will happen now? You will go and you will again follow the same procedure here. And that point you will actually translate from private to public, and then your packet will be going again. It will be coming back and it will be translating. So this one-to-one mapping will not be very good if you have the private IPs, and you are spending that much of money on 10,000 private IPs. So it will not be cost effective also, and it will not be practically very efficiently good. So it is not secure at all. So it is not just now from your side. You see, people already know you, that you are always available on this IP. That means if even not, you are not generating any traffic, anyone from internet, they can just target this public IP, and they know very well they will end up at your location only. So that is most insecure thing, and not secure in nature. So you need not to do this kind of mapping one to one. So one-to-one mapping can only be done if you have certain, requirement where who will be the internet, who will be the audience to whom you want to give. Then only you give if the trusted audience you have. Otherwise, if you want to go for internet and all, do not go for a one-to-one mapping. So this type of NAT is called static NAT. Okay, so static NAT means it is one-to-one mapping. So you need to do everything permanently. You say my IP number one from private range, it will be mapping to IP number one on public range. Okay. Similarly, IP number this will be this. In case, let's say if there are 10,000 PCs are here, and let's say this person, maybe any one or few of them, they are not using their private IP, and so as they are not using their public IP also. In case if there are new entries in the office, so two people are absent and two people came here also. Now what has happened, they were not able to have internet. You know why? Because you already occupied these two entries to these two people, so it is like statically you are already using it. Even if they are present there or not present, still these IPs cannot be given to anyone else. So that is the reason behind static IPs one to one mapping. You cannot use them dynamically. Dynamically means if anyone is not present here or not using that IP, you can allocate these IP to anyone else. So it will not be simply possible. This is static NAT. So static NAT, you will have ample of opportunities and circumstances where you have to apply static NAT. But these are the just consequences that I'm telling you. So that is the theory behind your static NAT. Second type of mapping that we have, it is you have private, and this is not, this is private, okay, and then this is public. So now if you want, you have static, we understand. Second one is dynamic. Dynamic means now you have the flexibility. So you have, let's say, 10,000 or 20,000, how many number of private IP you have, you can have less number of public IPs. That means, let's say you have only 4 or 5 IPs or 2 to 3 IPs, whatever. You can dynamically map them in such a smart way. If anyone is not using them, even in the same time, they can be dynamically, very quickly, can be utilized by any other user. So you see, this is the huge audience that will be served by only and only 4 IPs. So that is the reason dynamically will be very, very secure in nature now. Why is secure? Let's say at time T1, okay, so by 9 o'clock, here from private IPs, user number 3. So user number 3 was using the first public IP. Now at 9:01, this user is using the other IP. So that means this IP, the dynamic NATing, is very secure in nature. It is like whenever you need from LAN to WAN traffic, this NAT is like, it is kind of a blissful thing for you. It is very secure in nature, because nobody will be able to come to know what exactly IP you are reachable. So if they will be trying this IP, by that time you are already mapped to some other IP. So it is very secure in nature. Nobody will be able to know you like statically. In the previous time, in the static way, you need to be very, very, hidden from internet. But in this case, you need not to be hidden, because you are already jumping from one IP to another. So that is a little bit secure. Okay, so it is secure in nature. Second thing is, here it's very cost effective as compared to static. You need not to spend a lot of money. So here you need to buy only 4 or 5 IPs and it will work. So that is the second advantage. So that is another type. But most commonly that we are using in companies or in industry, what is happening? You have your corporate network. Here is your firewall or router, whatever. And there you have internet. So here we can have internet here. So whatever is happening now, so what let's say we are 10,000 people, we all are working in the same company. So this is our company, we all are working. So we are 10, 50, no matter how many people we are there, all are getting mapped to single IP only here. So in this is a special kind of mapping. It is like all to one. Okay. So far we have covered one. First mapping was one to one. It is called static in nature, and it is bidirectional. You know the reason why it is bidirectional. Why it is bidirectional? Another one is a few. I wouldn't say multiple. It is like a many to a few. So that kind of static is that kind of mapping is called a dynamic stat, and it is unidirectional. Why it is a unidirectional? Third one, it is called all to one, or everything, whatever you have, to one single. In this case, this is what we are discussing now. So that is called a special case of netting. It is called a port address translation. So that in short we call PAT. Okay, so static NAT is bidirectional because you have one-to-one mapping. Even if you are using your private or public, people will definitely reach out to you, and they know very well if they will be having user one, so they will always be mapping to first IP only, user two, second IP, so they can generate any kind of traffic towards you also. It's not like you always generate the traffic and you will have good replies. No, you are actually calling so many hackers and attackers towards you, and you will be very, very vulnerable in this case. So this is bidirectional and it is not secure at all. So not secure. So, but in dynamic, you have unidirectional, and that because of that only, it is much more secure. Second one is, the last one is PAT, and it is the most secure one. So when it comes to the most security point of view, it is complicated in nature also, because it is like being a user or being the network admin, it will be easy for you to take care of all those all into one mapping. But internally, it will create a lot of loads on your device. For example, if it is a router, it will create a lot of CPU cycles. It will cause a lot of memory. It will cause a lot of resources utilization within your device. But otherwise, this is the most secure one, and this is something that everyone is using in the industry right now. So that is bad. Okay, so that all is about your NAT only. So now what I will be doing, if you all need the labs regarding to these all topics, you please email me, because in 30 minutes sometime it's not that easy and convenient to go for the lab also. So every topic wise we have designed a lab, and in case if you want to have the lab, so day 1, day 2, day 3, we will be sharing with you in case if you need. So in 30 minutes only I will be able to tell you the concept behind it. But lab wise, if you want, you can just always ask me. So we have the lab, we'll share with you. Okay. So that is all about netting. Now you can tell me if you have anything as a question, let me know so that we can conclude further. Any questions for me? So I'll stop sharing the screen now. Okay. Thank you, Abhishek. Thanks for your confirmation. Okay. Okay. So I'm not able to see any messages in the live chat. I don't know for what reason. So in case if somebody is typing anything, so You can reach out to me, whatever the numbers and the contact details I have already given you. So we all are set now, good to go. Okay. So Nagul, Tejas, and Abhishek, thank you. And rest of whosoever is watching me, thank you everyone. I'll see you tomorrow, and tomorrow we will discuss about your fundamentals of routing. But yes, routing, it is a kind of topic that I need to bring Cisco Packet Tracer into picture. So tomorrow I'll have to implement everything what is routing and all. So that will be implemented on Cisco Packet Tracer, because routing won't be done just on discussions. It needs some sort of implementation. Okay, thank you everyone. Thanks for joining. We see each other tomorrow then. I'll see you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Bye, Tejas. Bye, Nagu.